Welcome, my loves, to our yin practice for today. What you will need is either 2 pillows or some bolsters, some blankets, something that can add comfort and also act as bringing the ground up in our practice. Another bolster to sit on to help tilt the pelvic bowl forward, just to create more ease and relaxation in the body, as well as our blocks. So I'll have to go find those. So bolsters, blankets if you get cold, a nice cozy sweater, and blocks. Okay, now that we have everything, I invite you to set the space. As you can see here in my room, the lights are darker. Yin is all about going inward. I have candles lit, I have flowers here, I have incense burning. It's really about drawing the senses inward so that we can be with our inner world, our inner psyche, what's happening in the heart, what's happening in the body, what's happening in the tissues, what's being held in our body, what's the story of our body is really what yin is. So that is an overall concept of what yin is. And then in yin, we typically hold postures for anywhere between 3 and 7 minutes. These are really deep postures so that we can get into the ligaments, the fascia, the connective tissue of our body. It's very different than yang or flow, which is the other side of this series. That's more about using our muscles and creating strength and fire in the body. Yin is about surrendering, about releasing, about being held. So we'll really be working with that. So when I'm introducing postures, it's really, really important for you to check in with your body, for you to ask yourself, is this a posture I can hold at this depth for 3 to 7 minutes? Really, we're looking for you being able to hold it with like the ease of breath. There is no labored breathing in yin. It's not about getting through. It's about getting to a sensation point somewhere in the body around a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10. You want to feel sensation in the body. You want to know that like there's an edge, but it's not an edge where you're tightening and pressing and pushing against. You see how my body gets more rigid when I push, right? Brace. We're really looking for an edge that we can like soften and continue deepening into. That's yin. We're like growing our edges, growing our capacity slowly. We're not forcing the body. This isn't a stretching class. And it's not also a restorative class, though you will feel deeply restored after yin. It's not restorative in that in restorative, you do hold postures anywhere between typically more like 5 to 10 minutes. But you're fully relaxed. There is no edge. There is nothing that keeps the mind anchored. In yin, that edge is for the mind. It's to direct the mind back to the body, back to the breath, back to the information of what's being held in the body. So I think that's a really good place to start. As you practice, yin will become more easy. It will become more fluid. You will start to understand the rhythm of yin a little bit more. So if these postures are really hard to sit in for a while, that's okay. Pause the video, skip to the next one. Be with your body. There is no right or wrong way to do this. It's just about being in the body, surrendering, and allowing the body to speak to you. So just to recap, we're holding postures for a lot longer. This is a yin practice. It's bringing us inside. We'll be in stillness and silence most of this class. I have a playlist that's linked down below if you feel like you want to have some sound around you as well. And then it really is about finding that edge and then softening into it. It's not about pressing. It's not about seeing how flexible you are. It's about being aware of what's alive in the body and the mind, and being so present, so attuned to what is happening in complete non-judgment. So you may feel anger rise, you may feel grief swell, you may feel nothing, you may feel numb, you may start to hear the mind go, this is dumb, this is hard, I hate this, I'm bad at this. All these judgments of self, these are things to watch with reverence, with love, and to just allow. There's nothing to do about them, there's nothing to fix. It's simply releasing the subconscious material of our mind and of our body. So with that, let us begin in our first Capricorn, new moon, and Aquarius season yin class. We are going to start in child's pose. Child's pose is a deeply grounding posture, and it really brings us into the bones of our body, which is where we're starting. It also brings us into the inwardness, the looking into our heart, the cave of our being. So child's pose is, if you're really flexible, you're probably not going to want any bolsters, but if you have a lot of tension here, we are holding for a long time. So you'll place a bolster or two underneath your booty, and you'll just descend to the ground like this, and you'll rest your head completely. So find your posture. Take time to find your posture right now. In the first few breaths of a new posture, we get out all the wiggles, we adjust our hair, our clothes, our body, because really what we're going for is stillness. So finding the posture, like where your hands can rest, where you can really dedicate yourself to stillness in the posture. And then letting go of control of the breath and just letting the body breathe you. Really finding stillness and slowness. Breathing into the spaces of your body that hold sensation. Capricorn is all about grounding down, turning in, building a foundation, slowing down. So sink with each exhale into the bones of your body. Consciously release the muscles of your hips, your fingers. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Release your holding. And then letting your awareness slip behind, witnessing sensation, witnessing the mind. Just watch. Just listen. And as you become slower, look into your heart, breathe into your heart, breathe into the bones of your body, and ask the soil of the earth, the soil of your heart, to show you an intention for your practice today or for the moon. And gently hold that intention into your heart. If, like me, your head has been turned to one side, you're going to slowly turn your head to the other side. At this point, maybe you can deepen. Allow the edge to soften. Or maybe it's too deep and you need to back off a little. Stay with the body. Release tension in the shoulders, the jaw, the toes. Notice the mind and gently pull it back with your breath. Anchor the breath into the body. Slow down. Beautiful. We're going to take 5 more deep breaths here. Really noticing what you notice. So in a yin practice, when we come out of a posture, we come out very, very slowly. We keep the eyes soft if they're not closed. We keep our attention and intention inward. And we come up, so we're going to press into the hands to lift. We come up really slowly because we've been sitting in the joints without the protection of the muscles. And so we move really gently, lifting the hips off the heels, and we're just going to come to a seated position. Eyes are closed or soft, and you're just going to extend the legs forward. Really allowing you to sink into the hands which are behind you. And just to notice the return of new blood, new flow into the legs. Capricorn is all about foundation, and so we are building foundation. And the foundation of our body is our feet, our legs, our blood, our tissue, our bones. So we'll be focusing on the bones and the joints of our body in this practice as a way to bring stability and joy and life force to our bodies. Beautiful. We're going to be moving into the next posture, and as we move and as I speak, I invite you to stay really soft and slow inside, to stay with your natural breath, not to force your breath, but to follow your breath. All of these postures we do are really going to support the yang flow. So we're going to come into a low lunge, and this is where I really recommend some some bolsters or some pillows. We're going to start on the right side. So I would start with 2 bolsters, and we're going to come into a right lunge. So the right foot is going to come on the outside of the bolsters. Now in yin, it's very different than yang because we're stabilizing the joints with our muscles, but in yin, we're trying to get into the joints safely. So it's really okay if the knee goes past the toes or if it flays out a little. It's really about being comfortable in the body, not about holding structure. We're releasing and allowing. So we're going to come into this, and this bolster here is underneath this hip flexor to support, to let you sink into the earth, right? And I like to actually even grab some blocks here so that I can rest my head. Stacking some blocks. So once again, every time we come into a new posture, we release stillness. We find stillness. So release all of the jitters and the moving. Find the posture you can really hold on to. And really let the knee go out wide if it needs to. And stillness doesn't mean no movement. It means no unconscious movement. Sometimes the body loves to self-soothe. Rocking, massage. Just be really tender with your body. Letting your body naturally deepen. Maybe you stay upright. Maybe you fall down. Really just let the body show you how to unfold, how to deepen over time. Send your breath and your awareness to the sensation in your body. Release, 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 release. Holding of the muscles. Breathe and every exhale, just allow yourself to let go, to really release any efforting in the body. How held by the bones of your body can you be? Now's a good time to adjust and deepen if you need to deepen, or to back off if you need to back off. Release the glutes, the muscles in the legs, the toes, the shoulders. We'll take 5 more breaths here. Really slow, really mindful breaths. Really letting go. Really watching. Once again, we slowly come up, so we find our foundation with our hands. We press ourselves up. Slowly invite the knee back to midline. If it fell out, extend the leg behind you. Move all props. And we're just going to come to lay on our belly for integration. Find stillness and just observe. Sink into the ground. Notice what there is to notice. The integration postures between our postures are just as important. It helps us notice the subtle energy, the subtle flow of our blood, of our emotions, of how the posture affected our mind, our body, what it stirs up, what it releases. No judgment, just watching. And occasionally in this video you will hear my beautiful beloved partner playing video games, making random sounds. Let it all just be meditation as we come into the senses of our body, what we can hear, what we can feel, what we can taste, what we can smell. Yin is about deep presence and noticing what it all stirs up. When we hear sounds, do they make us happy? Do they frustrate us? This is all information. Beautiful, we're coming into the other side, so we'll slowly rise. And you've been there before, so set yourself up. Each side of your body is very different, so just notice. Notice what you need on this side versus the other side. So we start by always bringing that foot forward. We're on the left side now, unless you did the other side, which is totally fine. Set yourself up first. Remember, it's okay for non-perfect alignment. And just find the posture that works for you. I like to roll onto that outer edge foot. Really lets me sink in and really let go of all this muscle holding in my ankle and my foot. Really lets me get deep into the hip flexor. So once again, shake it out. Wiggle around in the next 5 breaths. Find your stability. Find your posture. And then release and watch. Release the muscles in your face, in your fingers. Allow yourself to deepen if that's something your body is calling for. Making sounds, gentle touches. That's all presence. So be with your body. Deepen into the earth medicine of Capricorn. The deeper our bones are rooted to Mother Earth, to our physical bodies, the higher we can rise, the more joy we can feel. Breathe and notice. We'll take 5 more breaths here. Deepen where you can deepen with ease. Breathe into those sensations. Notice and name to yourself what you feel and are aware of. We're going to slowly come up now. Once again, the hands help us. And we're going to come back down to our bellies once more for integration. Fully releasing onto the earth. Capricorn is an earth sign, so really feeling her support, Mother Earth, Pachamama, Great Mother. Really release and surrender. Naming to yourself in this moment what you're aware of. Sensations, places in the body, memories or feelings, thoughts, emotions. Just notice. All of it gets to be here. Our next posture is going to be seated leg forward fold. I'm going to face this way, but you can do it longwise on your mat. The legs are going to come out in front of you. I recommend sitting on a bolster because what this does is helps tilt the pelvic bowl forward, so it automatically gives you this lengthening in your body, whereas if you're just sitting, you're kind of arched, your spine is kind of arched or tucked, and so you'd be having to lift up and down. But when we sit on a bolster, it tilts it forward so that we can already reach forward. So it's just an added bonus. Seated leg forward fold. I recommend your legs just be wherever they are, like they don't need to be close together, too far apart. We're not doing straddle, so just out of the beautiful hip socket as if they were waterfalls. Once again, I recommend starting with more than you need. We're looking for sensation, but not painful sensation. So we're just gonna fold over. And we're looking for sensation in the legs and the hips. You might feel this in the back depending on how flexible you are. So you can start with 2 bolsters or maybe a block. So I recommend in the next 5 breaths really finding your posture, right? Take some time. Is this enough sensation to keep your mind active? Is it too much sensation? Just play around with where you place your props. Deepening where you feel you can deepen. And just letting go. sensation with your breath and your mind, your awareness. Just notice it. No need to make meaning out of it. Just breathe into the sensation and watch it move through the body. If the mind has wandered, gently bring it back with the breath. Anchor yourself to the sensations in your body. And just breathe there. If your head has been turned one way, gently turning the head the other way. And as we've been grounding the last few moments, feel the spaciousness that is beginning to open up in your body. The air of Aquarius through our deep foundation, through safety, through routine, through trust, we are able to dream, to soar. Let your breath bring spaciousness to the hardened areas of your body and just soften the edges. Aquarius is an edge pusher, a rebel, a boundary breaker. But she does it out of love, out of freedom, out of breaking ourselves free of limitation. So where in love can you deepen into your foundation and create just a little bit more space? going to take 10 more beautiful breaths here. Really stay with yourself. Make these 10 breaths as present as you can to all your sensations, all your senses. Notice what you notice in your mind's eye, in your thoughts and your emotions. Release your shoulders. And slowly begin to emerge upward. Leaving the legs where they are, hands come behind the glutes. And just fully release. Be held by your hands, which are held by the earth. Let the shoulders draw closer to the ears and just hang your body. Feel your body. Notice what you're feeling, thinking, experiencing. Turn towards it, whatever it is. Embrace it. Beautiful. We're coming into our final 2 postures before Shavasana. So really 3 postures. We're going to come into Malasana. Now this is a pretty deep squat. It's a hip opener. It's an ankle opener. So if this isn't accessible to you, that is a-okay. Instead of Malasana, what you're going to do is frog. So I'm gonna give you 2 options here. Frog is knees spread as wide apart as your body can manage without pain. We're looking for sensation, not pain. Legs are behind you. Doesn't matter if the toes are together or far apart, whatever feels best for you. Bolsters. And we just descend our chest towards the ground, really sinking into these hips. So I'm gonna do it without bolsters so you can see. This is a very deep hip opener. You come out of it very cautiously. I will say more about that when we're leaving. For those of you who want to do Malasana, we're coming into a deep squat. I like to use blocks here. A bolster is great if you fully want to release and surrender. See, I can sit without holding. I don't want to be engaging my muscles. I really want to be relaxing. So you just find whatever works for you. I like to use blocks just to like hang my hands on sometimes. And you can fold in on yourself, or you can hold yourself up, really just wherever you feel compelled to go. So whether you're doing frog or malasana, I invite you to find your posture now, right? Get the wiggles out, get the right positioning, and then commit to some stillness. And stillness can mean being so present with your body through touch and gentle sways and sound. Excuse me. Coming into your breath, sinking down, creating space in the body, watching your thoughts, listening to the body, sending the breath to the areas of sensation in the body. Grounding down. With each breath, feeling the air in your body. So right, we've got Capricorn, just sinking us into the earth, into the bones. But our breath is filling these spaces with air and levity and newness, inspiration. Breathe. Be aware of what you are aware of. Let go of any place you can feel yourself holding and bracing. We're gonna have 10 more breaths here, wherever you are. Being so present, so attentive. To gently come out of Malasana, you'll place the hands to blocks or bolsters and rock forward on the toes, finding a seated position. To come out of frog, listen very carefully. If you're in frog, you're going to shift forward onto your hands or the bolster or whatever, and one knee at a time, bring them together, and then find a child's pose. So child's pose if you did frog, and a seated position if you did Malasana, and just notice. Our next pose, I believe, is called Hero's Pose. We're going to be sitting on our shins. If this already causes a lot of problems in the knees, bolsters are your friends here. One bolster, two bolsters. It will really help alleviate the knee. And if you have bolsters, you'll just take some blocks, and gently fold back. You'll notice sensation in the quads, the IT bands, the low back, maybe even some stretching across the midsection and the sides of your body. For those who feel like this isn't enough, you can also sit beneath or in between your heels. Sits bones are grounded. Option to stay here, and I remind you that we're not looking for the deepest expression of this posture that we can possibly do. We are looking for sensation that we can sit with and be curious about. So wherever you are, if you're in between your legs too, you can also use bolsters behind you as you descend backwards. Take 5 breaths to find your posture. If you're all the way back, the hands, the arms can extend like beautiful wings out to your sides. Really feeling the breath, the levity of Aquarius, the open heart. Aquarius is tethered to the ground through Capricorn, and it enables us to fly high, to have dreams and hopes and visions. So breathe into your heart, breathe into your sensations, and notice what comes alive within you. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back with the breath. Stay present to what you see and feel, what you sense. breath be natural and neutral. Follow the rise and fall of your breath. Fill your lungs, your body, your heart with spaciousness and air with each new inhale. And follow the wave of the breath into the exhale. Releasing tension and holding, deepening into trust. Noticing if there's pain, backing off just a little, readjusting. And if your sensation is dwindling, maybe deepening gently, subtly. Breathing with what is real, without judgment. Releasing any tension in the face, the jaw. If the tongue is glued to the top of the mouth, release it. Breathe, lean into what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what the body is sensing. Ten more breaths right here, fully aware. Fully open. Releasing this lunar cycle and inviting in the new moon, the place of open receptivity, of dreaming. Once again, we come out of these postures very slowly. So if you're leaned all the way back, you're going to roll to one side. Slowly let yourself come up. Remove any props that are in the way. Slowly, slowly. The knee joints are really precious here. Bend the knees, come to a seated position. Keep the knees bent. Release the weight into your hands behind you and just receive. Receive this new blood, this new flow of energy through the legs, the toes, the feet. This is where a little bit of yang, fire, comes into a yin practice. The return of the flow after the yin practice. And since our full moon will be in Leo which is a fire sign, feel the fire of your body. It's not loud. Feel the spark, the newness, the inspiration, the heat. Beautiful. So for our final posture, we're coming into Shavasana. You could just lay out like normal in corpse pose. In yin practice, I really love to do Supta Baddha Konasana, which is butterfly position with the legs. And I put blocks underneath my knees so that they can really be supported, and gently opening this up. And sometimes I like to have a bolster behind me. But today I think I'm just going to lay on the ground. So I invite you to find your posture, to lay blankets over you, to really surrender. In this process, we will be integrating the practice. So really it's about really surrendering. This is deeply restorative now. We're in restorative posture, meaning we don't want a lot of sensation, if any. And we'll be watching from our mind's eye, our awareness, our inner light, the sensations of our body, our breath, anything that comes up from the subconscious, that bubbles up from the deep, deep psyche. And we'll be listening from a place of pure witness consciousness. So that is my invitation here for you, is we're going to spend some time in silence. I will guide you out of this. So just fully let yourself surrender, release, open, and just observe. Gently calling the mind back to the body, the breath back to the body, wiggling the toes and the fingers. Really feeling your body from head to toe before you move in any big way. From this posture, recalling your intention from the beginning of class. Recalling how you felt at the beginning and how you feel now. Maybe there has been a change. Maybe there has not. Just name it and notice it and accept it. This is the practice of yin. Acceptance of what is. All things change eventually. Slowly closing the legs if they were splayed out and butterfly, rolling to one side, giving thanks to your precious body, to the time you gave yourself, the dedication, the commitment, the consistency. Blessing and thanking Pachamama, the earth, for holding you and us always, and gently rising. Just taking a moment to feel yourself in an upright position, grounded to the earth of Capricorn, stability, structure, foundation. And with an inhale, feel yourself rise through your vertebrae into the heights of Aquarius, the place of vision and possibility. Bringing a hand to the heart and to the womb, or bringing them into prayer, Namaste Mudra, to seal your practice. I am sending each of you so much love. I'm traveling this moon with you. I'm walking on the same earth as you. May we be free. May we be safe. May we be grounded. And may you know that you are not alone. I recommend journaling after your practice, if that's something that feels beautiful to you. Drink plenty of water. Ease into your life after a yin practice. I'll see you all soon.